This is the Two on Your Side Buffalo Plumbing Showroom Sports Desk.
The Bills returning to practice following what was a pretty tough day of roster cuts for many players across the league. And yet today there were a lot of positives to report on in terms of injury updates in Orchard Park. And that is now where we find our sports director, John Scott, with more on the promising news. Hey there, John.
Hey, Lindsay, dust really settling on all those roster decisions from a day ago, and the Bills getting back onto the practice field with, like you said, really encouraging sights on the injury front. From what I could tell, looking at both of the fields here out in Orchard Park, all the banged up Bills players that we've discussed over the past few weeks participating in some capacity, that including Curtis Samuel, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Quentin Morris too, Mitch Trubisky, this one's surprising to me, also with his helmet on and working through quarterback drills. Brandon Beane saying earlier today, though, still unknown if Trubisky will be healthy enough by next weekend to participate in the opener should called upon. That's why Mike White signing to the practice squad. Both sides familiar with each other, with White playing for division opponents, the Jets and Dolphins.
The thing I always liked about Mike and respected about him was whether he started the game or whether he came in the game, like he came in guns a-blazing, no fear, not just check down Charlie. Like he really did some good things. You can tell he's a very smart guy, processes well, loves the game.
We spoke with White after practice saying he's really having a serious crash course on the Bills offense should he be called into duty. Also, phenomenal personality from Mike White, joking that he has part of his ribs still on the field inside Highmark Stadium from a massive hit Matt Milano delivered just a season or two ago. But we know the big story here of the roster decisions is Joe Andreessen. We were able to catch up with the Lancaster and UB product after practice to get his reaction to what it means for the hometown kid to make the hometown team. We will have that for you tonight at 11. For now, live from Orchard Park, John Scott, Channel 2 Sports.
All right, thank you, John. We look forward to it. As for some other news out of One Bills Drive today, the team releasing the full list of practice squad players following roster cuts yesterday, most notably to mention here running back Frank Gore Jr., receivers Tyrell Shavers and KJ Hamler, tight end Zach Davidson, defensive end Kingsley Jonathan, cornerback Daquan Hardy, and so on. Nice to see some of those names back within the organization. But finally,